Hey everybody, I'm Tony Barella. You're watching Comic TV. This is my co-host Yogi, my little man bear pig. It's my favorite day of the week, Wednesday, August 14th, 2019. New Comic Wednesday, baby. Hey Yogi, you ready to do this? Let's do it. Alright. Got a really nice comic day. Definitely went over my budget, but I got some variant covers that were well worth it. First one being this Once and Future #1, and this is written by Kieran Gillen, and the art is done by Dan Mora, and this is the one per store thank you variant. And that's a highly speculated book right now, very hot, and this variant cover in particular is going for about $85. I didn't pay anywhere near that, but definitely still cost a pretty penny. That is the regular cover on that, and there's one other store variant, but no other variants for that #1. And that's a new title, so definitely want to jump on that one. Now, from Valiant, we've got Life and Death of Toyo Harada, and I've been mentioning this book a lot. Really loved it. Joshua Dysart's doing a great job on the writing, and Doug Braithwaite did a great job on the art as well. This is the last issue of the 6-issue series, and I'll be sad to see that one go. Definitely love that cover and been enjoying a lot of Valiant titles lately. From Zenoscope, I don't buy a lot of Zenoscope, but they've been putting out some decent stuff lately, aside from the smutty covers that they usually have that I guiltily enjoy as well. This is the Watcher #1, and this is the Mastrazo cover. It's written by Ralph Tedesco, and Julius Abrera is doing the art inside. Art looks okay, story looks pretty cool, so I'm going to check it out and see how it goes. There's a #3 from Mastrazo that's got a big winged demon on the cover. I definitely recommend you check that out because it looks dope. And this J. Anacleto cover was dope as well. This is the cover B. Couldn't pass that one up. And J. Anacleto had at least 3 covers today, and I'm going to show you a couple of them to be sure. And definitely one of my favorite artists. So from DC, we have Detective 1009, and Peter Tomasi's been killing it on the writing, and Christian Duce is doing the art. It's a guest appearance. Doug Mankey is usually the interior artist, and he's doing the cover on that book. Loving Detective right now. Catwoman #14, and Stanley Artgerm Loud does that cover, and it's a little departure from his normal style, more of a J. Scott Campbell kind of Disney look, but I love that cover. Joel Jones had been doing the writing on that book, but right now it's Ram 5. I don't know if that's a permanent replacement, and the artist has changed to Mirka Andolfo as well, which is a shame because I really like Joel Jones' writing as well as her art when she draws the book as well. She's got a cool drawing style that's a little uncommon. Sometimes a lot of them look the same these days. Event Leviathan #3, Brian Michael Bendis is doing the writing on that, and Alex Maleev art is great inside, and that is another J. Anacleto cover. Tons of stuff. He also had a Valeria cover that I didn't pick up. It's supposed to be her origin, and the cover looked nice, but the interior art looked like trash, much like the Bellet title as well, which I would have gotten on if the interior art had been any good at all, which it wasn't. So right there is Wonder Woman #76, and Willow Wilson's doing the writing on that book, and we got a Lee Garbett guest artist, or I don't know if he's a replacement or a guest, but in any case, that's strictly a cover by. I love me some Jenny Frison, and that is definitely one of her best. If you can pick up any of those old Red Sonja or Vampirella Jenny Frisons, man, those things are hot. Jump on it. On and on it. And also on the last page of that book, I thumbed through it. Looks like there's a big happening on the last page on that book. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but Cheetah is back in that title as well, and she's rumored to be in the new movie, or it's pretty positive she's going to be in the new movie, so definitely might be a good time to jump on that book. From Marvel, one of the best variants I got of the day, Absolute Carnage Scream. That is the Ryan Brown variant, and Ryan Brown just jumped on the scene, at least as far as I know. But I've been loving a lot of his variants. He had been doing some comic store variants, and now he's doing regular variants. This is either the 1 in 25 or 1 in 50, I'm not sure. But there is a version of that as well if you can get it. But I don't know how many people are ordering 100 copies of that book. Captain Marvel #9, Kelly Thompson writing. Carmen Carnero is doing the art inside, and that is a Mark Brooks cover, which is pretty much the reason I bought it. But there's also a new character star in there. And there may be a death in this issue as well, so definitely one to speculate on. You've heard me talk about Assad Ribic several times. He's been doing these Fantastic Four covers, also the Conan the Barbarian covers. Love his art. He did that highly sought after God of Thunder run that has the first appearance of Null, the God Butcher, and the Necro Sword and all that stuff. So kind of expensive run to pick up now, but I definitely recommend you check that out in the trade paperback format because that series is dope. His art is dope, and he does the cover art, the interior art, and the writing on that book. So I'll be interested to see how that goes, but I know the art's going to be sick. Fantastic Four #3. I don't like Dan Slott's writing, but Sean Isaac's art is really good. And right now there's a battle royale going on between the Thing and the Immortal Hulk, so that is something to watch. And this Gerald Parell variant was excellent. Normally I'd get the Assad Ribic cover, but that one just beat it by a nose. I might even have gotten both copies because that Thing cover on that was pretty sick. But I just got so many books and some high-priced variants today, so I got to make some cuts somewhere. Gwenpool Strikes Back, that's a character that I like, but I really haven't enjoyed how she's been written or drawn. The art in this book, however, looks really good, so I hope it's a nice reintroduction to this character. David Baldione is the artist on that. We got Leah Williams doing the writing. Logan Libera does that cover, and that's a really nice cover, but there were several variants for that issue. We got Miles Morales #9, definitely one of my favorite titles of the Spider-Man titles. That one is #9, and it's written by Saladin Ahmed, and I love Javier Garron's art inside. Really great book, a lot of cool stuff happening in that. And thumbing through this book, I can't wait to read it because it looks good. Another really nice one that I'm enjoying is Symbiote Spider-Man #5. That's written by Peter David and Greg Land, does the covers and interiors. Really been enjoying that book. Sick covers, sick interiors, love Land's art style. It's not for everyone, but I think it's freaking great. And Amazing Spider-Man, I kicked it to the curb today. I've been bitching and complaining about Nick Spencer, and Ryan Otley's art and drawing respectively, and it's just getting worse and worse. Now they got a female Sinister Six going on. It just looks ridiculous. It looks like a children's book, honestly, like maybe ages 4 to 8, I don't know. Looks terrible. So I'm out. I'm out! Powers of X or Powers of 10, however you want to say it. #2, first time I've been excited about an X-Men title in a while. Jonathan Hickman's doing a great job on this setup. His writing style is fantastic. R.B. Silva's doing the art on this, but the House of X is by Pepe Larraz, so two great artists on both titles. And that is the 1 in 10 Huddleston variant, which looks sick. I'm not even a big fan of the character. And then I also got the other side of the Yasmin Putri connecting variant. And I went ahead and dug up last week so you can see how that looks together. Boom. Love me some Yasmin Putri, however, I'm not really feeling that connecting cover as much as a lot of his work. But speaking of dope covers, this is a second reprint of Wolverine vs. Blade. Blade's really hot right now. Guggenheim did the writing on that book, but Dave Wilkins' art inside is fantastic. Try to stay away from second prints, but this Dellotto cover, man, I ain't passing that up. $6 entry fee to a Dellotto cover. Doesn't happen very often. Sickness. Oh, a couple things I didn't show you last time was I got these Krakoa seeds from the introduction of that House and Powers of X. And then I also last week got some Venom temporary tattoos that came with that Absolute Carnage series. So that's kind of cool. There's 5 tattoos in there. Some other things that happened today. Supergirl and Superman were recalled. West Coast people got their copies, so they can choose to destroy them or sell them, and I'm sure they'll sell them because people like to speculate on those. East Coast, we didn't get jack squat. You know, I've heard rumors about Diamond's West Coast bias, but you know, it's the first time I've actually seen it in action, though. So pretty sad, pretty sad. Actually saved me some money because I don't usually buy those 2 titles, so who cares? Silver Surfer Black came out today. Just cannot deal with Trad Moore's art. I was excited that Donny Cates was on that book until I saw that art. I just can't. I just can't do it, man. Yo, I can't do it, bro. Terrible. There was another Surfer title that came out today. Prodigal Son. It's supposed to be the origin of Galactus. I thought we already had the origin of Galactus, but thumbing through it wasn't anything that I needed. I told you about the Valeria title. Art looked terrible inside. Kicked Amazing Spider-Man to the curb. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, though, you might check that out. Ken Lashley's doing the art on that book, and it looked decent, but I had to make some cuts today. I heard a lot of people specking on the White Trees. It's a 2-issue series. thumb through that, and it's a good thing I did because that title is gay. Now, I don't mean that as a pejorative. There's a lot of gay sex in that book, so I passed on it. But kind of graphic too, like, yeah. Anyway, Swordmaster #2 was out, more like Boardmaster, that whole Agents of Atlas thing. I'm just not digging it. We had an Immortal Hulk reprint today. They give you a nice run of Joe Bennett's pencils without colors, and for the first time I realized, man, he needs a new colorist. Those colors that they use on that Immortal Hulk are all muted and faded, and just seeing his pencils by themselves, man, I'd rather see that book in black and white. Kill Crew Punisher #1 came out today. It's a one-shot. Looked lame inside, but I do want that Mike Seck 1 in 50 variant, so we'll see if I can get that at a good price. And then lastly, Reaver #2 and Road of Bones #3 came out. Just titles that are speculated on that I'm just not feeling really. That Reaver is basically a medieval ripoff of Suicide Squad and was kind of poorly written and drawn to the way the storyboards were. It was hard to follow the story sometime, and the dialogue was really awkward as well. Road of Bones was okay, but I just don't understand the hype on that. But that's all I got for you today. Hey, thanks for watching Comic TV. Be sure to look down, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wife to watch Comic TV every Wednesday to see all the hottest comics, newest variant covers. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.